DEI is very important. I know a lot of people feel like, well, if a company don't want me working with them because of my skin color, my gender, my ethnicity, my religion, then I don't want to work with them. I get that. I work in a field with predominantly white, predominantly male bosses. I can give you one example of why it's needed, and even though I work in private practice, but why it's needed. When I first got out of school, I did some temping. I filled in for people who were on maternity leave, people who were on vacation, stuff like that. I got to this one office, and oh man, the owner, the boss, was he was so kind. He was so nice, very Christian. They did devotionals every morning before the huddles, and just a really nice man. He was so nice. I worked there for about 2 weeks. Because the young lady I was filling in for, she was off for a while. And so I was like, man, I would really like to work at this office if this young lady doesn't come back. But so I started to kind of look at their social media, and I went back all the way back to like when they first started their social media page in like 2009. And I was like, goodness, I don't think he ever hired a black person. Fast forward to now, he's retired, and I went back to that particular office to fill in. The person who took over the office hired me. So being at this new practice for 4 years now, we were sitting talking one day during lunch. And now, mind you, when I first had a black patient, and it was a young guy, really young. He was like junior high school. And he said, wow, I've never seen a black person in this office, and I've been coming since I was like 3. So we were talking in the break room, and it was said by somebody that had been working there forever, because the older gentleman sold the practice to a very younger gentleman. And so a lot of the staff stayed. And so when they hired me, it was, I was just coming into a practice that was already fully functioning. And one of the staff members said, oh yeah, such and such would have never hired you. He never hired people that didn't have a certain look. He never hired people that was blah, blah, blah. You know, she just made it known that. And I was like, I could tell, because I looked back on social media and I never saw a black person. And it was all the typical blonde, blue-eyed, slim look. Everybody had the same look. Everybody had the same aesthetic. When you look at all the pictures from up until I came. Now, trust me, the people that I saw that he had hired before weren't all highly qualified. It was some people that I've worked with before that I knew that their skills were subpar. But on a serious note, that's why DEI is very important, or affirmative action is very important, because you have people that are in head positions like that will not give people a chance, all because of how they look, all because of the color of their skin, all because of their religion or ethnicity or whatever, gender. You have people like that, even though it's a private practice. And I mean, he does have the right to kind of hire whoever he wants to, but you got to think about it's people that are in corporations with that type of mindset. And you would think this man was a really nice Christian man, but he had that mindset. So I know for a fact DEI is important, is needed, and I get also at the same time that if a company don't want to hire you because of those particular reasons, then yeah, I get not wanting to work for that company. So that's why I support companies like Costco who are trying to fight back on those things, because you need diversity and inclusion and equality in the workplace. If you feel like you don't, then that's people like you are the problem.